probably go as far as I have to, I guess.
Not just because it's our kid, but when we go watch him play, I just gotta say, I'm amazed.
It is difficult for any young musician in any day and age, I think, because you're always going to have to prove yourself. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place gets better. Start from zero, got nothing. My early music career was a lot of percussion, a lot of playing drums. I didn't learn guitar until I was in middle school. I remember dragging pounds of kitchen and Tupperware materials out of the counters and setting them up in what I knew was to be a drum set at the time, and whatever looked like a drum set that got added to it. And I remember playing with big cooking spoons during the commercials of my Barney episodes.
Started out playing drums, and honestly I thought that was going to be his instrument. And then from there he got YouTube videos, and he learned how to play guitar. Gave our piano away, and then he wanted it back, so then we got the piano back and taught himself how to play the piano. So just as he's been going along and progressing, he just keeps picking up different instruments.
My dad and I, we had this thing in Bellevue called the Jam at the Dam, and it was just local bands that would get up and play their cover material, and I was a decent drummer at that point, and I remember telling my dad, like, I think I could get up there and do that. I think I could play drums. He would walk up to the bands and be like, hey, my son wants to play drums. Can you come up and play a song with you for however long it took him to kick me off? And then I'd get up there and play a song and usually end up playing the rest of their set with them. And I always thought that was the coolest thing. That was my first version of a concert.
We were like right up front, and he gets up there to play, and the band wanted him to do a solo. And so they kept going, and he just kept doing the rhythm, like, solos. He never did do the solo.
He would, like I said, when he was doing drums, I can never forget when he came home and says, I'm gonna play guitar. Bryce, you just don't pick up the guitar and play. He picks up the guitar and plays it.
I know that once he decided to devote his time within the last 2 years to music, he's really come into his own.
It is difficult for any young musician in any day and age, I think, because you're always going to have to prove yourself. I come into these places, and I've been playing since I was pretty young, so if every bar that I've walked into always, they see the musicians coming in, and if they see it's two young kids, they're like, okay, what are they going to play? What are they going to know? And half the time I'm playing whatever's been on their playlist since the 60s, so they kind of are surprised by that. But it's definitely just proving yourself to be more than what you appear to be, I guess. I could probably do look like this young, naive musician going in, but they don't know all the time and practice that I've put into learning those songs that they like so much.
I think he's been mature from a very young age because of the music, and because he got put in with the band, and if those guys were probably 7, 8 years older than him.
His music he takes to heart, and he's a perfectionist. He don't miss words. He's a perfectionist.
I've never known life of this. I've been blown and I've been down. I've been kept out of sight. Cause other girls were never quite like this. But once I got to college, things really changed. I was living this I say it was a pretty sheltered life in Bellevue. It's a way, there's not a huge crime scene, there's not a big drug scene, there's not a big murder scene and stuff. And so coming to college, you got people from different backgrounds, and you realize that you're not just alone in this little neck of the woods. And so you see things, you want to try things, you want to try everything, and everything different. You're not by your parents anymore. You can virtually do whatever you want to do. And I did for a long time. I got into, X amount of drugs and alcohol, and got into a bit of a depression because of all that. And I didn't know where I wanted to go. It was definitely affecting my social life and my family life, and it was very empty. Music was always there, and I've made what I think is good music because of it. So that was kind of a long road for a while that I didn't really know how to get off of. I have had friends pass away in the time that I've been in Dubuque, and that's always hard. One of my best friends from when I was younger, he was my neighbor growing up, Colin, passed away it was about 2 years ago, and I remember finding out, and I was like, gig. I mean, I'm playing, trying to keep a smile on my face, and shit, he was killed in he worked for concrete pumping, and he was cleaning some sort of conveyor belt machine that they had, and he didn't turn it off, and he got sucked into it and killed him. And that was hard news to find out. That was probably one of the most difficult shows to keep a smile on my face for, because I just felt like crying the whole time with every lyric that I sung. If I wasn't playing music and I wasn't doing what I was doing, I would have been sitting in a room probably just feeling sorry for myself and everybody, but I was able to kind of put more passion into it because I knew of the situation, and I wanted to sing for him. I wanted to do these songs for him. I wanted to keep it up together. It's hard not knowing where you're going to be in the next even 1 year. Just the fact that I'm still in Iowa. I have all these gigs booked, and that's all great. But what's the next step? What am I doing to get to the next place? What I do for music is probably more than I do for myself, and more than I can ask anybody to do for me. I love music. It's always been an outlet, and I want it to stay that way.
We let our kids pretty much find their own, and he found his in music.
Probably go as far as I have to, I guess. If that person that I have to kill is myself, then so be it. If I die doing what I love, then that's a pretty good life to me, I guess.